Hi, this is Dan with StarReviews.com, and you might be wondering why I have this headlamp on. We're going to get to it in a minute. The main reason we're here today is to review the as seen on TV product, the Tool Bandit. The headlamp was just a free gift when we ordered the Tool Bandit, and we'll get to that a little later. But on to the main product here. The Tool Bandit is a product that is designed to fit on your arm and hold your screws or tools while you're working. And being a do-it-yourselfer, I like to take on a couple projects of my own. And the idea of the Tool Bandit, really is a good one. It has 15 magnets on the front of it, and it's supposed to hold things up to 2 pounds. In the infomercial, they showed it holding a 25-pound weight. When you actually receive the product, it has some documentation in there that says that that's not suggested to try it at home. And as well, you're not supposed to, try to affix things to the Tool Bandit that are longer than 8 inches. Let's get into some tests with the tools I have in front of me and see how this Tool Bandit really performs. Okay, so as you can see, I put the Tool Bandit over here on my left arm. Now, this product can fit on your left arm and your right arm. It says in the infomercial it fits, all sizes guaranteed. In the pamphlet of documentation that you receive with the product, it says 8 to 16 inches is the ideal arm size. I kind of think you could probably get this down to a little bit smaller than 8 inches and maybe push it up to like 18 inches of size. So to note, it also has this little side pocket here that's not magnetic. You can slip your pencil through there, which that's kind of nice. Make sure you always have your pencil on you. If you're doing like drywall or anything, you want to have a lot of situations where you're going to be marking things. It's a nice thing to have. So in a situation where you're about to climb up to the top of a ladder and do some work on the ceiling, say you're going to install a ceiling fan. For whatever reason, you want to make sure you have your various screwdrivers. Now granted, you're probably going to know what type of screwdriver you want to bring up, but you might not know the exact tip size without getting up there and looking and trying different screwdrivers. So say you want to bring up a couple Phillips, not a problem, just simply throw them on. A couple different sizes, a couple different tip sizes. Bring a couple flatheads because we don't want to waste our time and go up there. And hey, you might need a hammer. So now I have all the products on my arm. It's really not weighing me down, and it's nice because I can actually get up and climb the ladder without holding all these in my hand. It's kind of a dangerous situation. Or if I'm getting up there, I start taking things off. So say I drop the lid for the conduit box, and then I'm up there, I'm taking off the different screws that are in there. I have a place to put all that stuff. I don't have to rest it on top of the ladder and risk knocking it off and then having to climb down and pick it up. So in this case, the Tool Bandit's pretty nice. One thing to note, when you use things that are long like this, again, the hammer's obviously longer than 8 inches, it might be a bit cumbersome, but it still can hold on to the tool, which is nice. But again, you probably want to be sure how you place it, so it's not getting in the way. Like I like to put the screwdrivers facing up, so they're not in the way of my elbow. But the one problem is, since this product is very bottom heavy, all the weight is on the bottom, the handle can kind of swing around, but still it remains on the Tool Bandit. It's not like it's falling off. Let's move on to show you how this application will help you in a situation where say you're under a car and you're working on the car. Okay, so as I said before, I'm kind of a do-it-yourselfer, and one of the things I'm really into is working on cars. I built a couple of my own, and there's a little pet peeve of mine is when you're under a car, you're on a creeper, and you're working above your head. You can't really see what's on side of you, so sometimes you find yourself reaching back all over the place and you can't grab onto that socket. Wouldn't it be nice if you don't have a buddy to pass you that socket that you need, just to keep what you need with you? So for instance, I'm up underneath the car. I know that I'm going to need a 10 and a 12 millimeter. So I'm going to bring my ratchet. Again, this is just a smaller set, but again, this is going to hold a larger ratchet, even up probably to the 1/2 inch drives. I'm going to bring my 3-inch extension. I know I'm going to need my 10 and my 12. Don't know if I need shallow or deep, so I'll bring my shallow and my deep sockets. And when I'm working and I take a bolt out or I take a nut off, I have a place to put that bolt or nut, not have to put it on the ground, so when I'm rolling around in the creeper, I either A, stop the creeper on it, or B, knock it out of the way, and then I have to get out from underneath the car, go get the bolt or the nut, and it's just really disorganized. The Tool Bandit is really nice because it really keeps you organized when you're working on stuff. Again, you're not going to be able to hold your whole toolbox on your arm, but generally if you head into a project, you know kind of an idea of what you need. And the less times I have to crawl out from underneath the car to get what I need, the easier the job is for me. So for this test, the Tool Bandit is definitely going to pass. So as you just saw, we put the Tool Bandit to a couple of real-world tests to see how it performs. And it did really well. One thing to note, the tool bandit also, if you don't want to use it on your arm, it's just a helpful tool to have around the house. Say you knock over a bucket of screws or nuts and bolts, or even if you're in the office and you knock over thumbtacks or, a pile of paper clips. We have a little test set up here. We just have some paper clips, laid out. The tool bandit can just quickly sweep over the work area and it picks up everything that you dropped. It's just nice to have a tool like that on hand when you need it. To note, we also got this headlamp as a free gift, and when we order any of these As Seen on TV products, we don't ever opt in for those free gifts that aren't really free, where they charge you that processing fee or additional shipping and handling. We opted for none of those, and we got the free headlamp as a nice free gift. Pretty basic product. It's nice that it frees up your hand. You don't have to hold on to a flashlight. Not so sure how well it's going to come in handy, but it's just a nice tool to have in your toolbox. We review a lot of As Seen products here on Star Reviews, and not all of them live up to exactly what they say they're going to do in the infomercial. The Tool Bandit might stretch it a little bit with holding the 25-pound weight in the toolbox. Not really real-world applications, though. You're never going to try to strap on a 25-pound weight and go walking up an 8-foot ladder. For the test that we did with the Tool Bandit, it passed all of them with flying colors. This is going to be a great device for a do-it-yourselfer, and it's going to be a nice device to have in your toolbox when you need it. Star Reviews is going to give the product 6 out of 6 stars. That's our highest rating, and it really deserves it because it lives up to everything they say it's going to do in the infomercial. It does, and it's a great product to have. Be sure to check out our other As Seen on TV product reviews at starreviews.com in our blog.